Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another edition of G.T.E Professional Network Podcast. I'm your host, Ed Peterson. Of course, it's Thursday. As we continue our growth series for the month of April, we're educating and uplifting all of our entrepreneurs, churches, and nonprofit organizations how to build and grow their network in the area where they do business, utilizing their website as a marketing tool and a lead generating machine. Well, we have a great topic today and great show today that we're going to be sharing with you in reference to how to grow your business and basically building your online business for beginners, for those who are just getting started, those who are excited to start their own journey in this entrepreneurship world, where everybody now is working mostly for themselves. And then they ask them, hey, what happens when everybody works for themselves? Does that mean that we won't have any workers for the workplace in the marketplace? Well, no, we have over 340 million people in the United States. So you can guarantee that they're going to be workers, restaurants, retail, hospitality, travel. They're going to be workers in these industries, medical. Of course, they're going to always be workers. You got lawyers, doctors, and so forth. So everybody's going to be in the workspace, depending on the profession that they choose to get into. But what's most relevant, though, today in 2026, as we continue through the month of April and our second quarter of the year, is to make sure that we're maximizing the moment in reference to our growth, making sure that we continue to build as a wise master builder, strategically and opportunity wise, so that way we can reach more people, help more people as a servant leader. That is what we're here to do. And it is to serve the general public, and we only satisfy three things what people want, need, and can afford. As long as we satisfy these three things, ladies and gentlemen, we can be successful. So here we are. We're talking about the opportunities here, building your online business for beginners. I wanted to do this particular topic. And what we do here at Global Touch Enterprise, as a web design and marketing company um, with AI, we're basically building a system in place. We have a system in place that's going to save yourself time, energy, and money, especially for all of my solopreneurs, my webpreneurs, as well as our churches and nonprofit organizations, and all of our small business owners who are out here in the marketplace. Well, how do we automate these things? How do we build a funnel where we can continue to get reputable, repeat business on a regular, consistent basis? What is it looking like on social media? What about the search engines? What about my website? All of these tools that we have to kind of put it in order so that way we can move in a way that's going to be more impactful and more successful in our endeavors. So building an online business, though, as a beginner is more accessible than ever today. So I want to get that out there. So allowing you to launch your minimal capital, often under 100 to 500 bucks is what it really starts to get started. When I started my company, Global Touch Enterprise, as a web design and marketing company, well, I use a little bit more than that. But the money that I used was to buy the equipment and all of the infrastructure things that I needed, software, and I also taught myself about designing, web designing, and all that, and marketing, which I enjoy doing anyway. In graphic design, I do that as well. I do logos and all that for my clients. So I had to get into the essence of that, and that roughly run me about $5,000 to do that back in 2008 when I first got started. So moving fast forward today, it didn't take much because at the time I was able to get orders starting out, and I just pitched out my business to a lot of people, and I did a lot of offers. And all of the offers that I gave was exactly what they needed because, again, I'm tackling something in the marketplace that people want, need, and can afford. And so as we continue to grow the business, as I continue to grow the business as a solopreneur, I wanted to make sure that I have all of the things in place for my clients, for my target audience, and the people that I'm going to be representing and reaching out to on a day-to-day basis. And because my business is B2B, business to business, as well as B2C, business to customers, I can do that too. But on the most level is B2B, business to business, because the businesses that are looking to grow sometimes don't have all of the tools in place, all of the things that they need to constantly build with, becoming wise master builders. And using the right tools in the times that we're in today is more essential for us in our growth mode and our growth efforts. So you want to leveraging by leveraging user-friendly platforms and digital tools was going to help you. The key strategies for success include identifying a specific niche that you want to get into, validating your idea before full investment, and basically you want to be choosing a business model that suits your skills, such as freelancing, drop shipping, or selling digital products. If you're on the service side of it, when you want to be a service business, such as what I do, then you want to make sure you tackle into that too as well. So, and you have all these opportunities though, but please believe if you follow along with your gifts and talents, what you have to offer in the marketplace, we all have something to offer, but let's find the right niche that we want to get into, a specific one too, identifying that and making sure that we're reaching the target market that we want to reach on a regular, consistent basis. So here's what I want to share. We want to make sure that we have these steps in place so you guys can understand exactly what it is you're going to get into with online, starting your online business. And most online businesses is e-commerce nowadays. I noticed, and I build a lot of e-commerce websites too for my clients. And then I also have service business who just provide a service. So regardless of what side are you on, if you're on one side or both, it doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that you get a chance to look at what you have to offer in the marketplace, how to identify key factors that's going to help others as you help yourself. Helping other people get what they want, you're going to automatically get what you want. So you want to choose and validate your business idea so that way it can be more opportunists for you so you can be specific and structured in place. So you want to identify your niche. You want to focus on specific market segments. Successful beginners, though, often start with what they know well, such as a passion or a professional skill that you have mastered through the workplace. And most workers, it's kind of hard to transition sometimes from a working mindset to an entrepreneur mindset. And a lot of my clients that's just getting started, because I do a lot of startup companies, or that's my target market is startups. So with that being said, we have to make sure that we are basically reaching the people that we know we're good at skill wise level. And most business owners who have started their businesses have worked in professions that they have a passion for, that they've mastered, that they were skilled at, that they wanted to jump off and do their own thing. A lot of times that happens. So you want to also solve a problem in the marketplace. So successful businesses provide solutions. Identify a pain point in the marketplace, your niche, that you can address better than existing options or existing people that's in the same industry that you are in. And this is why it's important to make sure that you validate demand on what you're moving in the marketplace. So before investing significant time and money, ensure people are willing to pay for your product or service. Did you do your research? Did you do your homework? Did you find out something in the marketplace again that people want, need, and can afford? And did you test it? If that's the case, then you're on track. If you've done that, so you want to make sure you have low cost validation. Create a simple landing page or social media account to gauge interest. You also want to talk to your people in your community where you are, your neighbors, your people, friends, and family, so that way they can kind of give you some ideas on that level as well. So you want to do low cost validation, but you also want to do beta launches too. You want to offer a beta or simple version of your product to initial customers for their feedback. The goal is to get feedback, and the marketing campaigns that you're going to run is all about getting feedback. If you can do this successfully, ladies and gentlemen, you can be doing well in your startup business getting started. But you want to choose a beginner-friendly business model that's simple for you, easy for you to start and do without a whole lot of capital that you have to pay up front. And a lot of times, a lot of people do that and don't understand the capital, how much they're going to pay until they get into it. But do your research, follow up, make sure you do the right thing. So freelancing services, selling skills like writing or web design or virtual assistants is often the fastest way to turn a profit with low overhead. And what I do is web design, of course, with AI. Since I'm an AI generalist, I am certified as an AI generalist. My target market is to help local businesses in the marketplace to use AI as a tool to help them build their business, as well as automation, building up their funnels, and getting conversion rates up when it comes to their customers clicking and viewing their website. But all marketing efforts must be pointed directly back to the website. So if you're doing drop shipping, which is a big popular way to go, a lot of people who sell products, they have a third party uh, supplier that handles inventory and shipping, reducing upfront risks. You can do print on demand, we call POD. Print on demand, basically create custom designs for products like t-shirts, mugs, which are only printed and shipped where a customer placed an order. When a customer places an order, you can see that that's a good way to do print on demand. So when they place an order, then you print it. If they don't place an order, you don't print nothing. Saves you a lot. Also, digital products. You can sell ebooks, templates of courses, and basically these offer high profit margins with no inventory. Ebooks is very popular today. You can do affiliate marketing. That's a big one. Promote other companies' products and earn a commission on the sales that you make. So you can set up your online presence. You want to choose a business name, of course. You want to build a website, get a website. You can use, you got Wix, you got Squarespace, you got WordPress. You have all these different builders out there that you can use on that. Go high level. So you want to make sure that your website is good for flexibility. Make sure it's mobile friendly too. It has to be mobile friendly. If it ain't mobile friendly, you're out of the picture there when it comes to your growth and your idea. As well, well as you want to secure your payment method. You want to set up a secure, reliable payment system. You got Stripe, you got, of course, PayPal. You got all these different payment systems that you can use. So you want to basically use that's going to be beneficial. It doesn't take out or eat up all your fees, eat up a lot of your profits from the fees. So you want to create a simple business plan. That's always a key. Without a business plan, you don't know which way you're going and how you want to build it. So you want to lean a plan that's going to be simple. You can write it within 30 minutes, focusing on essentials. You want to value propositions, your target audience, revenue model, and marketing strategies that you're going to be campaigning upon once the business gets launched. You want to do legalities and logistics too. You want to register your business, of course, LLC or sole proprietorship, corporation, and so forth. So you want to make sure you do that within the state that you're in. Separate your finances. Your business funds should not commingle with your personal funds. Those things should be separate. Understand taxes. Research sales, tax obligations in your region. Marketing and growth sections which will be definitely organic social media. You want to build a community on platforms like Instagram, TikTok. You got LinkedIn, you got Facebook, you got fan base to drive free targeted traffic. You want to use content marketing, SEO, GEO, and AEOs, and basically write blogs, posts, or create videos that rank in search engines and attract potential customers. You want to do email marketing. That's another tool that you can start an email list early to build direct relationship with your potential customers using tools like MailChimp or ConvertKit, whichever one you decide you want to go with. But pick something that's going to be simple enough for you to understand so you can get the new message out there. Now, most web builders have that built in to their platform, or they co-opt it, where they can basically have all of these things as well as there's a database. It keeps up with all of your contacts when people fill out the form on your website. This is why your marketing efforts have to be targeted directly, mainly to your website as your headquarters of where you're going to be doing business out of, so people know what you're doing and why. And so paid advertising, you can do that. You can utilize Google ads. You got Facebook ads. You got all these different Instagram ads. You got everybody doing ads now that you can place and promote your business. So your beginner success tips will be patient, iterate, consistency, please. And then you want to focus on one business, not too much going on if you're doing multiple things. You want this to slow down. So you want to avoid shiny object syndromes, choose one model and stick with it until it works. And then once you get it working, now you can move on to something else as you want to add to the business growth, where you want to add other streams of revenue for your company, your business. It's all about multiple streams of income anyway. So you want to make sure you have all of that in place and put together. But those were just some quick tips, though. If you want to learn more, you can go to our website at globaltouchenterprise.com. You can book a free business growth consultation with me, and I'll be happy to assist you on that. You can also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We build AI-powered growth systems that work for you 24/7. That's what it's all about, is working 24/7, having it automated where you don't have to do all the heavy lifting. The system of AI will do it on your behalf. So we have a whole lot of opportunities out here that we are just so excited about, that we're helping as many people, of course, as give us permission to do so. So with that, I want to thank you all for this opportunity to share. And we're going to continue our growth series throughout the month of April, as we are now the 16th day of the month. We're moving down. We only got 14 days left, or 2 weeks left, and then we out of here, moving into the month of May. So I want you guys to continue to build, continue to grow, and always remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about your stick-to-itiveness and executing the ideas that you have and bringing them to reality. So with that, keep the faith and keep building your dream. Bye now.